Zoom, 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 zoom! World, you call the tune. Hi, folks. Welcome to Zaboom World. Maba Nabam Ubis Double. That means my name is Doyle, welcoming you to Zoom World, a fun-filled YouTube channel devoted to the classic PBS Kids show Zoom and its reboot. Back again with another video. This time around, I'm going to be continuing with this. After waiting for so long, you're finally going to get this. This is the final helping of my Zoomer Spotlight on the second longest running Zoomer of the reboot series. You know who I'm talking about. So why don't we just get into it? As I bring to you the one, the only, Shing Ying. Shing Ying, aka Elena Shing, is still one of my favorite Zoomer gals of the reboot. This here will spotlight on her run on the 7th and final season of the Zoom reboot. I have a real fun time with this, huh? Now, throughout the run, I'm going to show you just mostly what I'll have a Shing Ying, but you'll see her with the other Zoomers that were with her, including the two Zoomers that were with her that came from the previous season, which were Francesco and Kyle, plus their newest members, Nick, Noreen, Emily, and Taylor. Boy, we're going to have some real fun, huh? I know we are, and I've already said that. You already know that. So that about covers it. Let's get this show on the road. But before I get started, if you haven't seen the first two parts, I'm going to go ahead and leave the Zoomer Spotlight playlist up there, so that way you can click and go to the playlist in case you might have missed the first two Spotlight episodes or see them again. I thought I'd do that just in case, okay? Before I get started. A few more seconds. Okay, that ought to do it. Okay, on with the show. Here's a freeze frame from the first season 7 episode where Shing and all the Zoomers are going on a little bit of a boat trip. Well, something like that, you know. But anyway, yeah, it is a boat trip, and it's on the Alabama. That's what it is. Anywho, I think the Zoomers did a heck of a job with this episode. I mean, this is the first time we see them do an episode outside of the studio and what have you. Now, even though they did a little bit of something in the previous season and what have you, but that was just a segment, though. But this one, yeah. But it did start at the studio when we see the 3 previous Zoomers introduce the 4 new Zoomers and are joining them for this run. Alright, let's move on, shall we? Here's Shing with Kyle in a little joke wall segment. Yes, they brought back this little joke wall bit that was similar to the joke wall from Roy Martin's Laughing, you know. Here's Shing playing the partner to Francesco's inspector in the Zoom Playhouse segment, Who Done It? Here's Shing doing the Zoom snack of bruschetta, which she actually did that in a Zoom into Action bit a few years ago. You can find the clip of the grown-up version of Elena, as we call by her actual name, while doing this same Zoom snack. Here's Shing dressed up as a feline character from Ubby Dubby Land in the Zoom Playhouse skit Gross Factor. Don't worry, they're not real mice that's in that box, you know. Seriously, they were. They were just toys and what have you. And Shing kind of got... There was an outtake in one episode where they show Shing having the bits of twine in her braces and what have you. Yeah, she had braces on her in this season, just like Caroline had in her last season. Can you believe that? Well, perhaps that was, well, you know, little joke there, just today for fun, okay? Continuing on. Besides the joke wall, they also brought back the Jim and Judy show as well. Yeah, Kyle and Shing are still a crazy team and what have you. Here's Shing showing off a special kind of bat they could use. This is a little bit of clips of her trying to hit the ball in the intro for season 5. But anyway, this is a special kind of rocket baseball bat. I think that's what it's called. No, wait, well, I was close. Rainbow rocket bat. That's a pretty cool thing to create. She has Nick and Noreen to help out. Now here's Shing reading off some Z mail that was sent to them. Yeah, of course you still could send in questions and what have you to the show. Here's Shing and Francesco there, and there's Noreen. Shing and Francesco are participating in a little Zoom zinger, which Noreen gives the instructions to. Okay, you can tell by the top there's Shing, and the whole group is playing a Zoom game known as the Cup Game. Which that looks like a challenge, definitely. You just gotta try and do it right. If you mess up, you're out. Here's Shing and Emily here. They're doing a Zoom do, and it's a potato bead necklace. That's really something, huh? Here's Shing and Kyle on their Jim and Judy sketch, which is absolutely very funny. Here's a shot of Shing observing what Kyle and Emily are doing in a Zoom site segment, in which that was a food pulley. Yep, definitely pretty cool. Now, of course, you see Shing there playing a little bit of a damsel to that weird-looking bug character, which that's Francesco in costume, and there's Taylor as Joke Girl, a real funny superheroine. Oh, Jim and Judy again. I'll show these in their entirety one day. These are really funny segments. Here's Shing, and she's going up against Kyle as they do a little math game called 24. Here's a little funny shot of Shing and Kyle from a little, part of the stuff they showed from when they became Zoomers. Here's a shot of Shing along with Francesco and Emily. I know the other Zoomers probably participate in this little Zoom game called I Never. Here's Shing along with Francesco, and they're doing a Zoom site bit on excuse me, I got tongue tied. Water filters. Here's Shing in a zoom in on segment. We're seeing clips of her in Cafe Zoom and what have you, as she creates stuff there. As she's paying a little visit to a restaurant, me a friend of hers, to fix up a little something. Here's Shing along with Emily and Noreen. And this is the Zoom playhouse called Nancy Dooley. I definitely need to show this on here one day. This is absolutely a really funny play. I love it. Here's Shing along with Noreen in a little Cafe Zoom or Zoom snack bit where they're creating their own homemade salad dressing. Here's Shing along with Emily, Noreen, and Francesco in a little bit where they're doing a little something after a Zoom site experiment. Scratch that. Wrong bit. That's they're doing a little. I think this is something. I made an error. I apologize. I messed up on what I said. I thought this was from Zoom site, but actually feels like hold on. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. It was a Zoom phenomenon. The arms through the floor trick. Now that was something. Here's Shing in the Zoom Playhouse bit called Lemonade with Emily, and there's Kyle. Here's Shing and Francesco in a Zoom site segment on recycled paper. Okay, here's Shing along with Kyle and Emily as they do a zinger on how to make your body go through an index card. That looks like a challenge, huh, folks? Shane right there with the group now playing Want to Buy a Duck. That's a funny play. Oh boy, and here we go. Jim and Judy again. Here's Shing and Noreen in the Star of a Zoom size segment where they're going to be creating a little something called a solar still. Here's Shing introducing us to a Z-mail segment where she reads off a letter sent into Zoom. Here's Shing at the beginning of an episode where they play a Guess Who game at the beginning. And this is always really fun, especially when they start off with a little bit of a fun Zoom game. Here's Shing at a little bit into a Zoom size bit with Taylor as they do a little something on constructing a tent. Now, of course, they showed a little something at the beginning where they were making tents at the Zoom camp, which, of course, that's where they go to when to meet some of the new members before they get to be on the show or something like that. All right, let's get this finished. Here's Shing and Taylor continuing their little constructing a tent bit in Zoom side. Here's Shing starting off another segment. This was the next to last episode's first Zoom game, which is simply entitled The Newly Bud Game. A take on the Newlywed Game, but with friends. Here's Shing and Kyle together, and I believe this is where I had the freeze frame show. They're making a periscope. Oh, watch out, Jim and Judy again! Boy, this never goes out of style, know what I'm saying? Here's Shing working with Kyle and Taylor on a zinger on rebus puzzles. And wouldn't you know it, another Jim and Judy. This will be the last one. I'll just give you most of it. Why have you? Just because I like to react on Shing's face. See what I mean? Here's Shing introducing a Zoom game in the series finale. And this is broom hockey. Now, I recall seeing the second cast of season 3 do this in a Zoom game segment on the original Zoom. Here's Shing and Kyle in one of the final Zoom site. I think this is actually the last one, and it's a homemade flashlight they're creating. And here's a freeze frame of Shing and Kyle show off their little creation. It's been completed. The homemade flashlight. Incredible, huh? Here's Shing showing off, introducing the final Zoom Playhouse segment, the Limerick channel. Or should I say, or maybe it's the Limerick News, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was the Limerick News. Well, there you go. That's Shing Ying Season 7. And that's all Shing Ying I have to offer for you. Now you'll see some more clips of these in the future here on Zoom World, especially the Jim and Judy segments. Can't wait to give you all those. I probably will give you a few of those in one vid or maybe two. Just depends. Because I want to try and give them to you all separately. I thought I'd do maybe 2 or 3 tops. Okay? But anyway, Shing Ying, definitely very funny, or Elena, as she, is called. But I don't think she goes by either name. I think it's Elena she goes by now. Since it's been like 18 years since the Zoom reboot ended. But however, very soon, the Zoom reboot will be celebrating its 25th anniversary this January. Now, I'll give you a little heads up. Early next year, which will actually be on the day itself, January 4th, on my main YouTube channel, Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, I will be doing a TV log on the Zoom reboot. Be on the lookout for it. That'll be coming up on January 4th, the day the Zoom reboot premiered. Alright, so that's going to do it for this part. the final part. We'll do another Zoomer Spotlight maybe sometime sooner. I don't know when. But next time, you're going to get the locomotion music video from the second cast of season 3. Last one I had to offer. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, leave a like. Well, click the like buttons. If YouTube will let you, leave a comment, subscribe, and be a part of this great nation that is Zoom World. I see I'm getting a few more subscribers on here. So anyway, stay tuned for the locomotion music video coming up tomorrow night. So if you like this, consider checking out some of these other Zoomer Spotlights. I'll go ahead and give you the first parts of these other 3 reboot Zoomers of Spotlight. The upper left-hand corner is the first part of the Caroline Spotlight. The upper right-hand corner is the first part of the Spotlight on Kenny. And the bottom left-hand corner is the Spotlight, the first part of the Spotlight on Kaylee. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like Zoom, the old school series, or the reboot, or both, then this is the place for you, Zoom World. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is your friend Joel saying, see ya.